Hi everybody, Sharon from Mad Paper Crush here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a quick walkthrough of my latest journal, which is an altered book junk journal that I created for my sister to give to her husband for a birthday present. She's going to fill it with pictures and quotes from different friends, stories and memories for him. And so I chose the Reformed Church Hymnal because he is the worship leader at their church. So I thought this made the perfect cover for the book for him. It's got quite a small spine, a little over an inch spine there. I have 5 signatures in it. And I have it quite filled with pockets and tags and note cards for her to use. So it's pretty stuffed full, but I really like the way it turned out. So let's go ahead and give this a walkthrough. So on the first page here, I did put like a little library card pocket that I created to put some tags in. Now these two are just from a paper pack that I had that I thought would go nice in there. And then also I created most of the ephemera here. So he is a motorcycle guy, and I thought this vintage Harley Davidson advertisement was really fun. And so it has a place for her to write on the back there. So that's the front. And then a lot of the pages I left pretty blank because I wanted to give her, you know, sort of the option to be creative and do whatever she wants with them. So there is some, you know, tea dyed, coffee dyed papers in here. I just have some bits with some sewing just to add a little bit of interest. And then some pattern pages where I did add some pockets and some collage and things like that. So this tag is actually from an old recipe book, and it has recipes for donuts on them. He's a donut guy. And then I also put some some vintage soccer shoes down there, which I thought were fun. And then the pocket is another motorcycle advertisement that I found in an old motorcycle magazine that I thought was great. And then over here, I just have a little small tuck spot. He's the worship leader and he does play guitar. So this little label that has music dealer on it, I thought was a lot of fun. And he's also a big soccer player. So this is from a vintage How Do You Play Soccer book, and it's called Saving a Hot Grounder. And I just thought that was a great picture of an example of playing soccer. And then the other note card in here is a plate for how to hold your hands while you're playing a guitar there. So I thought that was pretty neat. He plays guitar. And then on this page, I have some pockets that I have from a bridge book that I have. He's a big card player. He likes to play cards with his family and things like that. So I thought this was a fun addition to the book there. And I just added some collage bits on there. And then each of the pockets has a little, another page from a soccer book on how to play soccer. So trapping the ball with the foot of your sole and trapping with the body, and then some additional collage bits all sewn on there. And those also have tea-dyed papers on them. So I thought those were fun. And then on this page, I have another tuck spot here. And this one is actually a motorcycle cartoon. It's called Mistiming the Firing, and it's just some great, I don't know if you can see it there, but it's really some great illustrations that I thought were really fun. And he's always, you know, an optimist and having a good time all the time. So I thought this was just perfect for adding that into here. And then I have another tuck spot here. I have some stamps throughout and some washi tape to add a little bit of color. This note card here, he likes to sip whiskey with his father-in-law and his dad. So I added that in there. I thought that was kind of neat. And then also this is the Bethlehem Soccer Football Club. It's a letter from that club to the Spalding Company, sort of as a you know, in support of their products. But we are from the Allentown, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania area. So finding this I thought was really fun to put that in there, especially with the little pictures of the guys playing soccer at the top there. So I thought that was fun. That was from 1915. And then I have some blank pages in here. And I found this vintage advertisement from McClure's magazine, and this is about premium hams and bacons. He's a bacon guy. Whenever we have a family meal, he's the one that's asking if there's bacon or bringing the bacon. So I thought that was a lot of fun to have in there. And then also on the back of this one, I added in a couple of these theatrical posters from the early 1900s from like Coney Island and different comedy clubs or comedy groups. So I thought they were fun in there. They just made me laugh. And then I have another pocket over here with another vintage motorcycle advertisement for Wilkinson Touring Autocycles. And more sewing bits on here. And then I have just another one of those comedy club posters or comedy company posters with a little flip here that she could write some things on or put a picture in or something there. And then I have another, this is actually the front book page from this book called Hal's Instructor for the Guitar, containing new and complete instructions. So some of the other guitar pictures were actually from this book as well. And another one of those posters for Matthews and Bulger. And another pocket on this side with just some guitar bits from a catalog for purchasing guitars. So it has, I don't play guitar, so I'm not even sure what all these things are. But I know that Jason will know, and I like having that in there. And then I took some of the pages from the original book that were in here to put them in, just because I always like to do that, to have some of the same book pages within the altered books that I do. These pages are pretty brittle, so I had to be pretty careful with them. I did add some tape down the middle to bind them because I didn't want them to end up ripping out. And then I have some tea-dyed note paper in there. And then I have another pocket over here with some more bacon. This is Morris bacon. And I have just a little note card on the side here. And then I also have a picture from an illustrated Bible of Peter being saved on the water by Jesus. So I thought that was a pretty neat picture. And then I have another comedy club poster here. Another piece from that guitar catalog. It slides right in the side. This is a little side pocket here. And then I did add, I love this dictionary of musical terms. I printed it out on painter's paper. So I thought that was pretty neat. It has a bunch of different musical terms on there that, once again, I'm sure Jason will know better than I what they all are and mean. And then my sister said that his favorite hymn is My Jesus, I Love Thee. And so I wanted to make sure I had that just in there as well. So that's just printed onto coffee stained paper. And that's the other side of the dictionary of musical terms page. And then I have another pocket over here, and I created two tags with some different parables. So one is the parable of the prodigal son. It's an illustration of that story. And then also the parable of the talents. And I thought, once again, that those were nice additions for this book. And then I have over here some more playing cards for his love of playing cards. And then just this great illustration of a man with a guitar there. Just because Jason plays guitar, loves music, and having some extra pictures in there I thought was really fun. And then here's another guitar picture there, and this one's great. It has some books in the background, and I added a little tab to it so you could just pull it right out of this little side pocket that I created here with some postage stamps. And here's another page from the original book that I wanted to have in there, and some smaller pages, some tea-dyed cardstock, and then here's one more of those soccer pictures that we had seen before, and this was heading the front of the head with the ball. And like I said, these vintage pictures I just think are so great, so I wanted to have some of those in there. And the pocket is another motorcycle brand, the Indian brand, which is another vintage ad from that motorcycle magazine. And then we've got more plain pages. Like I said, I wanted to give my sister a lot of room to put whatever she wanted to on here. And then I have another illustration of this man playing a guitar, and I added a little label here I think this is from Tracy Fox Love Junk Journals. And then this goes in a little postcard pocket, which I like. And then the last page has a little envelope on it. And when you open it up, there's a little note card with, once again, it looks like, I'm not sure when, the early 1900s, again, someone playing the guitar with also a harmonica there, and I stamped the words play. So that's another note card for my sister to use to add more stories and quotes and different things from it. And that's the last page. And that's the end of my walkthrough. I hope that you enjoyed this walkthrough of my journal, and I hope that you will like this video. And if you're not already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified of new videos that come down the pike. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.